Hi everybody, it's me, Willow. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I have a fun video for all you guys to enjoy. I just posted my top 20 films for 2025, so make sure you guys to go check that out. Today I'm going to be breaking down my top 20 TV series from 2025. So if you guys are big TV watchers, I think you guys are going to enjoy this video. Honestly, let's just dive right into my honorable mentions because I do have 5 honorable mentions that I wanted to get out right away. I have The Summer I Turned Pretty season 3. I don't have that in my top 20 just because I feel like the writing just wasn't the best in season 3 and I really didn't love the ending either. That kind of like cliffhanger where they're like, "Oh, we're actually going to make the movie." So I was kind of disappointed by that, but it just kind of engrossed my entire summer and I watched it weekly and I had such a fun time with Belly and Conrad, and I had such a fun time with that. The Summer I Turned Pretty. It's like a guilty pleasure show, so had to put it on my honorable mentions. I have Ironheart here. I did have a really great time watching that show. Is also kind of released weekly. I feel like they could have written it a little bit better as well. I think I kind of got mixed up in some of like the COVID writer's strike, a bunch of mishmash, and it kind of came out late in the whole Marvel slate. Should have came out like years earlier, like right after and Infinity War and Endgame. So this didn't really make the most sense for the time frame, but I really did like Riri Wilson in it. So yeah, I have Ironheart on my list. I also have Stranger Things season 5, kind of similar to The Summer I Turned Pretty. I didn't really like the writing in this season. I was pretty disappointed from a day one watcher. Like I watched this the moment Stranger Things was dropped back in 2016 from, today it being wrapped up, and I was just really disappointed by the season, but it was pretty notable, so I had to put it on my honorable mentions. Black Rabbit is a show that I watched the first 2 episodes at TIFF and I remembered them and really wanted to get back to the series, but I never finished the series. So this is kind of me being noted that this was a very interested and intriguing series, but I never finished it, so it's here on my honorable mentions. And then I also like could not think of another one, so I put Good American Family because that's another show that I watched earlier in the year that I didn't really love, but did have a couple good performances near the end of the film or near the end of the series. I was more of a fan of it. But as I was thinking about that, I was like, Wednesday. I should have put Wednesday on the honorable mentions because, again, didn't love the writing and I didn't love where we went in like part one, part two. But I have hope for the next season and I still had fun watching it. So Wednesday is kind of like a 6 additional um, honorable mention because I forgot to put it on there and it really should be there instead of Good American Family, but I still had fun with Good American Family. So now let's dive into our actual list. At number 20, I have Abbott Elementary season 4 and season 5. This would be like the last part of season 4 and the beginning of season 5. I haven't finished all of season 5 just yet. I'm a couple episodes behind, but I just always love the Ring on Abbott Elementary. I think it's so hilarious. I really loved their Halloween episode and the costumes that they had. I really love what they're doing with Ava in the last couple seasons, really developing her, giving her, a solid boyfriend, and she just won the Critics' Choice for her supporting actress role, Janelle James. So very proud of her. And yeah, I've just been really loving season 4 and season 5 of Abbott Elementary, my sitcom that I run to. So put that there. At number 19, I have Gen V Season 2, a series that I am a big fan of. I also have not finished this. I have 2 episodes left and I have keep meaning to get back to it, but it was notable enough that I put it on my list because I really did love what they were doing with this season and I have to go and finish it. So, yeah. The Bear season 4, I really did like The Bear season 4, if I'm being honest. I feel like a lot of people were criticizing of it, similar with season 3, but I really do love the pace that we're doing with season 3 and season 4, what we're doing with Carmi. I'm just worried that it's taking too long, and if we don't get a lot of these questions wrapped up in season 5, then I'll be a little bit more worried. That's why it's kind of more to the bottom half of my list. but I still really liked what they did with it, the different visuals, the songs that they used, and I feel like Carmi's kind of healing in a way that I should heal from my family trauma. So I do think it's a really great show, and I think people are just a little hard on it sometimes because it is very oversaturated a lot of the time near the beginning of its success. But I'm very excited for season 5, and I think, yeah, I really liked season 4, so I put it on my list. The Four Seasons was a Netflix like limited series. It had Tina Fey in it, also had Coleman Domingo, had Steve Carell in it. I really liked it. I think it was only like 8 episodes, and I feel like all the performances were very strong. I think like the last episode kind of dipped in quality just a little bit. That's why it's kind of lower on my list, but I had a lot of fun with it. And like I said, I thought it was pretty funny. I feel like it really does deal with like the drama of couples and the different dynamics because there's kind of some couples who are like child free, some who have kids like out of the house, and then some who are like dealing more with like health issues. So I like seeing the different couples and what they all have to deal with in their different relationships. So I thought that was very new and kind of organic. And I thought Coleman Domingo was just fantastic in the show. So if you haven't seen the Four Seasons, I think that's a great little like weekend watch. And it has some serious subject matter, but I feel like it's light enough that you could watch it with like your whole family. So the Four Seasons. I have Daredevil Born Again. I was pleasantly surprised by this. I think first part of the series a little bit weaker because they did kind of have some reshoots, rewrites. It's kind of like a combination, like mashup of what the original series was supposed to be and then like the rewrites when it didn't like test well. So I really do like the second half more, and I'm really excited for season 2 of Daredevil Born Again. It gives me a lot of hope for that character and everything that's happened with like the Netflix series, and now they've come over to Disney. So I'm very excited. I think it's a very new character for Matt, as it's like a whole new universe. And of course, we've lost our hardcore trio, so that's kind of disappointing, but I like looking at these new characters and seeing what we can do with Matt Murdock. So yeah, I really liked Daredevil Born Again, and similar to Ironheart, I feel like those series kind of got brushed off for some people. The next series I have is I Love LA from Rachel Sennett, her HBO series. I had a lot of fun with this series, but I did think it was a little bit too short, and I feel like a lot of the questions that we wanted just like didn't get answered, and I felt like we needed at least like 2 more episodes to the series. So I'm hoping in season 2 they at least get more episodes because it does feel very Sex in the City because it's like half an hour increments, but I'm sorry, I need more than just 6 episodes. Like not enough development happened with our characters, and I feel like we are left on such a terrible cliffhanger. So I'm very excited for season 2, and like I said, I hope it's a little bit longer so we get a bit more development. The next series I have is Apple Cider Vinegar, was a limited series on Netflix that starred Caitlin Dever, Alicia Denham Carney. We have Ashley Zuckerman and also Aisha D. I really love this series. It came out at the beginning of the year. It was based on a true story about like a health wellness influencer and also like how she had cancer and she was trying to convince like her social media sphere that she was curing herself with this health wellness. I really thought it was a bold series. I thought the different kind of usages of like social media being integrated in the series as well was very interesting. I feel like hard to try and integrate like social media, texting and stuff onto the screen sometimes, and I feel like this series does it very well. It's also like dated like 2000s, 2010s, so you definitely really get that era like brought forward as well. You really feel like the aesthetic. Really, really great series, and it had lots of fun with apple cider vinegar. And if you haven't seen it, you should definitely give it a watch. The next TV show I have on my list is Overcompensating from Benny Drama or Benny Skinner. I definitely think it was very original. I also love that it was filmed at the U of T campus. I used to live basically right across the street from that specific college that they filmed at. It was like super kind of like surreal seeing how that was their film set. I also thought the humor was interesting. Again, I don't think all of the humor worked for me. I feel like it is very millennial core. That's a little bit of a criticism on my side, but I do think the cast is hilarious and I'm very excited for the second season. Like, I feel like season one did a lot of groundwork and I'm very excited to see where the characters evolve in the next season. But I do think it was a really great first season, very punchy, and it kind of makes sense to have all this type of drama and comedy going on because it is Benny Skinner, who very amazing to see these young creators just find their path and their fan base. So really enjoyed Overcompensating. The next one on my list would be the Amazon Prime limited series, The Girlfriend. This one had Olivia Cook in it and also had Robin Wright. I thought this was a fantastic little limited series. I loved the whole girlfriend mom drama with the boy mom. I also really liked the male actor in the series as well. I think all three of them work fantastic off one another, and you really do jump back and forth between whose side you're on. Honestly, between all three of them, there are parts where you're on Olivia's side, there are parts where you're on Robin's side, there's parts where you're on the son's side, and you really do flip-flop between who is in the wrong, who's in the right, who is it the crazy girlfriend, is it the crazy overbearing mom? You're not entirely sure until the very end. And even at the very end, I feel like there is a lot of truth on both sides, a lot of blame that can be put on both parties, even the son at some points. So I really do think it was a dynamic show that not a lot of people talked about. Class kind of talked about in the series as well, along with all the drama. So yeah, I really did enjoy The Girlfriend, and it's definitely a series I would recommend other people to check out if they've not already watched it. Another Netflix series I watched was Sirens. This was another limited series. It had Megan Fahey. It also had Millie Alcock, Julianne Moore, Kevin Bacon, lots of great people in this series, honestly. And I feel um, like it really worked for me because there's some sort of like domestic violence subject matters and growing up in an unhealthy family environment that I related to, and I thought the two sisters, Megan and Millie, really work well together, and I loved their dynamic. I also thought the Kiki kind of cult thing that Julianne Moore is doing in the series is really fun too, and I liked Kevin Bacon and his like non-bothered millionaire type character that he's playing, but really deep down he does care a lot, and I thought that was fun. I like seeing Kevin Bacon and whatever he does. Same with Julianne Moore. I feel like they're both two very dynamic actors who can do a lot with little that they're given, and I just think this is a really bold series and talks a lot about what type of victim you are and what you can be and how you can like survive and build a life for yourself after a lot of hardships and trauma. So I thought this was a really great show, and I'm glad I gave it a watch. I have another Netflix series here. I have Adolescence, and I thought this was a tremendous series. I feel like as the year kind of went, it kind of died down a little bit for me, but as I think about it, I did have such a fun time with it, and I'll never forget episode 3. Episode 3 with Owen and Aaron in that room doing the little interview is just that was like TV gold, just a masterclass. So good. Stephen Graham with all the one shots, and very, very fantastic. You know, they've been sweeping all TV award season. They just all got their Critics' Choice just the other day. So, Adolescence is definitely a show I loved in 2025. Next, I have Dying for Sex with Michelle William and Jenny Slate, not Jessie Slate. I really love this series from Hulu on Disney Plus in Canada, FX. Big fan of Dying for Sex. I thought this was a really original, bold, and just new storytelling for women voices and for people who are suffering near the end of their life and just wanting to be free and authentic, and again kind of dealing with this trauma and living each day to the fullest and trying to navigate your trauma and heal yourself mentally and physically the best to your ability and be able to embrace life. And I think Michelle Williams is not getting enough recognition for this series because this series is just so bold and I just loved it so much. So, Dying for Sex, fantastic series. Everybody should watch it. If you have not seen it, go watch it. It's only like 8 episodes, I believe. So, really quick watch, honestly. Number 8, I have The Pit. I'm so excited because we're literally only 2 days away from season 2 dropping, and season 1 was just so flipping good. I think those 14 episodes, just fantastic. I got so hooked, and I just love this dynamic, this kind of intriguing new take on a medical drama, just doing all like the one shift in a whole season is really intriguing, and I love that kind of limited lens, and you're just itching for more, and it's going to be like 6 months after that shift in season 2 and so much is going to change. We've lost some characters, so I just love The Pit and I'm very, very excited for season 2 and I can't wait. Number 7, I have White Lotus season 3. I feel like some people said they didn't really like this season, but it really worked for me. I loved watching every single week. I tuned in and I was locked with all the theories, all the different analyzing. I just had so much fun with the White Lotus. It's our series, that we watch as a society, as humans together. I love our HBO Sundays. I cherish it deep in my heart. So I loved White Lotus. I loved all the characters. I thought Parker Posey, Jason Isaac, Patrick Schwarzenegger. I thought Amy Lou Woods and Walton and Goggin. I really liked Carrie Coon, Lisa Bibb, Michelle Monaghan. Like, this was a really great season. And I feel like people didn't love the ending. I'd have to agree. I feel like the ending wasn't as strong compared to season 1 and definitely season 2. Like, season 2 was just such a bold ending with Jennifer Coolidge. It's hard to top it. So I was a little disappointed with the ending for season 3, but I still had such a fun time and I definitely will remember season 3 for years to come. So that's why it's so high on my list. The next series is The Chair Company. I'm holding this up so high because I thought it was so hilarious. I haven't finished it, so that's why it's not at the top of my list because I haven't finished it, so I don't know how it ends. It is over though. I have to catch up. I've just been so busy. This came out near the end of the year, and there has been some big series like Pluribus I have not been able to see because they came out near the end of the year, and I've just been so busy with the holidays and trying to catch up on 2025 films that I haven't even watched Pluribus, so that's why it's like not here on my list. But The Chair Company, just so smart from Andrew. I just think it's so hilarious. Like the second episode, like I can just like who's thinking of this shit? Andrew. And I'm so happy he is because it's just so original, so funny, and this is just TV that we need. We just need a good laugh. So love The Chair Company. Next we have Andor season 2. So dynamic, so world building, such a bold piece of television and art. And I'm so mad that it's being like overlooked at all the awards because of like White Lotus and Adolescence. It's not getting any awards wins, but I'm happy it did get nominated at a lot of different places because it's so deserving. It's such a fantastic series. I would have to say the best series Disney Plus has ever put out, I think. I really do think season 2 of Andor is like the best season of television that I think, maybe besides WandaVision, Andor season 2, yeah, such good television, just communicated. So, and I love Star Wars. I love Diego Luna, and I just feel like this like brought me back into the world of Star Wars and what I really hope the world building and narrative storytelling could be. We need Tony Gilroy more in the Star Wars franchise, and as much as I love Jon Favreau, I just need Tony to get in there and try and take some reins. So, yeah, I need him to get into the Star Wars and fix it for me because I'm scared. I'm scared for Mandalorian and Grogu, if I'm being honest. If I'm being honest, guys. Number 4 on my list is The Studio from Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg. I thought this was just so fucking good. Such amazing television, all about the world of film, obviously. So I loved it so much, but I'm a big Seth Rogen fan as well. And I just thought this was such a like opening like world of cinema, really trying to be like commenting on cinema, but also showing like the love of cinema at the same time. So like trying to, break down what is so wrong with the industry and how, passionate people get stuck there when they really want to be making cinema. So I really did love the studio and I'm so excited for season 2. I thought all the different cameos was amazing. Like I love the little Martin Scorsese little thing. I thought Ron Howard and how he's so like evil in the series. It was a really great show and I just thought it was so funny. So I'm really excited for season 2 and what's going to happen with this. Like I just love how it's basically like predicted like the whole Kool-Aid Man movie, and now they're like basically just predicting that for any sort of, generic movie that comes out that has like a mascot. You're just like the Kool-Aid movie. So I love that. I just love the studio. Such a fantastic show. At number 3, I have It Welcome to Derry. Such a killer show. I love this. I was never even like an It person before It Welcome to Derry, and It Welcome to Derry has made me into an It person. I am so excited for season 2. I don't think it's been greenlit yet, but I need a season 2. I need to adventure into the other eras of Pennywise and what happens in the city of Derry. And I just thought Chris Chalk was so fantastic in this series. I also really like Taylor Page in the series as well. I thought the young actors, we have Matilda Lawyer, we have Amanda Christine, we have Blake Cameron James, Clara Stack, just a fantastic young ensemble of performers, really, really bold, some of their first probably ever roles. And I just thought they worked so well with Bill Skarsgård. And I really loved the series. I just thought it was pretty original and I loved the different like world building. Like I'm a big lore and like world building person. So that's why I love like Star Wars and Andor and just how it like digs deeper into the franchise and we can learn more about the different parts of the galaxy. Same with this and like Stephen King. I really love Stephen King and I feel like I'm going to get more into him in 2026 because I'm just realizing how much like lore that he builds on in all of his different books and then like adaptations. So I really love what they did with It Welcome to Derry and seeing Andy and Barbara Muschietti and Jason Fox who come back from the It films and make this fantastic series. So I love that I was able to watch this from beginning to end because it was just so good. Number 2 I have is Heated Rivalry from Jacob Tierney. So fucking good, guys. Like I'm so disappointed that we're gonna have to wait until 2027 probably for season 2 because Heated Rivalry was just so bold, so original, just the queer show that I needed right now during this conservative pendulum swing. Who knew that the world needed 2 hockey guys fucking. Who knew? But uh, this is what we got, guys, and it's at the top of my list. Heated Rivalry was just so good. Like, I love that it was like schmutty and kind of intimate as well in the first half of the series, but then it gets really deep and emotional in the second half, and we kind of pan away from all that excess sexual content and we break down more into like the little moments and the feelings and the deep dark thoughts of Ilya and Shane. So I really want to make like a full review. I feel like time has kind of slipped away from doing that because it's been a couple weeks since it's finished its season, but it's just such an incredible show, and I was really excited about it leading up to it. Like, I had been anticipating it for about like maybe like 2 months before it was due to air on Crave, and then literally like 2 weeks before it was supposed to air, it was put on HBO Max. And maybe I will still post it because I think it's supposed to go to like the UK and Europe in the beginning of 2026. So maybe I'll still make an in-depth review for Heated Rivalry, but it's just such a good show, and if you haven't seen it, you really should give it a watch because it's just incredible. Really is some of the best cinema, like television of 2025. Like, really left its mark on 2025 for sure. And I just love that Connor and also Hudson are getting so much recognition, and they're going to be on like talk show this week, and I'm just so excited that this show just completely blew up. And it's Canadian and I love representing, and it's literally filmed in Hamilton, which is where I work. So it's hilarious. I love it so much. Heated Rivalry, number 2 of my 2025 series. And that leaves my top pick of my television series for 2025, and that would have to go to The Rehearsal Season 2. This show just blew me away. I was kind of a casual viewer of The Rehearsal Season 1. I watched bits and pieces of it with my roommate at the time when it came out in 2023, I believe. And I've never seen Nathan For You, and I really have to get on The Curse if I'm being honest, because I haven't watched that either. But The Rehearsal Season 2 was just on another level of television. I feel like nothing has done or been done like The Rehearsal Season 2. It's just so cinematic and maximalism and like it's grounded in reality but not grounded in the reality at the same time, but then so grounded in reality. Like, it's Nathan playing a character, but then it's also Nathan at the same time. Like, Nathan went out and did all of the training to be a pilot, to fly out the Boeing, but then it's him kind of being this masking personality of this like presenter Nathan, like the Nathan For You character, right? And he's going around to like the politicians and to the director organizations and putting on this character, this facade. And we really are breaking it down, kind of breaking it into like a fourth wall break with Nathan, and maybe realizing he could be like autistic and is on the spectrum, but then that threatens his dream of being this Bowen pilot, because if you have any sort of mental health on your record, then you aren't able to fly, and that kind of plays into like a whole nother deep trauma and emotion to all the pilots and to Nathan. And we get into the whole Captain Selly stuff with the Wake Me Up Inside, and television that will never flip and leave me, something I will watch over and over again. The Rehearsal Season 2, if you have not seen it, go flippin' watch it right fucking now. One sitter. Honestly, it's a one sitter. You could do it in a binge. You watch season 1 if you want to, because it will give you a little bit more context for season 2, but season 2 you could watch it on your own. But it's just so good, so original. I just never seen anything like it, and that's why Overheated Rivalry, even though down it pits of my soul I want Heated Rivalry to be number 1, The Rehearsal Season 2 deserves the first place spot. And that's why it's taken it. Yes, thank you guys so much for watching this video because I loved breaking this down. Honestly, I feel like growing up I was a bigger TV person and I've kind of shifted into more of a movie person, but as you can tell, I still watched a lot of TV and there's some things that weren't in the honorable mentions that I watched. So, yeah, I definitely am excited for TV for 2026. Like I mentioned, The Pit is coming out in literally 2 days, and then next week we have Tessa Thompson and Steve Berthol's new like mini series His and Hers, so I'm really excited for that series. And then we have lots of other great TV coming out this year. I think House of Dragons coming back this year, so I'm excited for that. And we'll have more Abbott Elementary, and yeah, I'm very, very excited for what's to come for television in 2026. So thank you guys so much for watching my video and watching my top 20 2025 series. I'm very grateful for all the support. So thank you guys so much for liking the video and also giving some comments, letting me know if I missed any TV series, maybe your favorite show, or let me know what your rankings are. I'd love to hear like your top five like TV series for the year. So please leave some comments down below. Also hit the subscribe button and post notification button so you don't miss out on any content that I'm putting out. It's going to be a very busy month with a lot of awards videos and film reviews. So if you hit the post notification button, you'll get notified every time I post to my channel. While you're at it, please interact with my other social media platforms. I'm on Letterboxd, I'm on Instagram, TikTok, the Awards Expert app, all at Willow D Steele, so really easy to find. So thank you guys so much for supporting my channel. I'm really grateful for all the interaction and engagement as it really helps my channel to grow and meet other cinema and TV loving people out there. I'm so grateful for this community to keep growing. I just am very passionate about, the arts, film, television, and that medium. So I love breaking down my favorites, and hopefully we can do that in the future together. So thank you guys so much for supporting my channel and watching my top 20 2025 television series. Until the next time, keep getting lost in film. Bye.